Here we will be looking at the increase and decrease of ratios for grade 8. Now, please note that when you increase or decrease a ratio, you will be given a specific ratio and you need to work with it to increase or decrease given one part of the ratio. Let me just explain it thoroughly. Now, increasing or decreasing quantities in a given ratio. Here we are calculating the unknown part of the increased or decreased given part of the ratio. Now, how do we do this? I'll just go through one example quickly. Now, in this example, we are required to increase 60 in the ratio of 4:5. You will start first by writing the ratio of 4:5. Now that 60 will be on the smaller side because we need to increase it to the higher part, and the second part is actually the higher part because 5 is bigger than 4. So 60 will be on the 4 side, which is the smaller side. We need to find the fifth part of 60. Now, for us to do that, we first need to ask ourselves, what must we multiply 5 by to get to n? And for us to do that, we can only work with the side or the part of the ratio that is given, where we are given that 4 will increase to 60. What do we need to multiply 4 by to get to 60? We will need to multiply it by 15. And we will apply that in the second part of the ratio by taking the 5 in the second part and multiplying it by 15. 5 times 15 will give us n, and n will be 75, which is the increased number or the increased part of the given ratio. So when you increase 60 in the ratio of 4:5, the fifth part of that 60 will be 75. When we increase it from 4 to the second part, which is 5, we will have n as 75. All right. If you were to use the divide or multiply ratio, we are given the quantity of 60. The corresponding ratio to 60 will be the first part, which is 4, and the other ratio will be 5. Remember the rule. You multiply by you take the given ratio divided by the corresponding ratio and multiply by the other ratio, which is 5, and n will be 75. So it's your choice which method you want to use. Okay. Now let's look at this example here where we need to decrease 160 in the ratio of 5:3. You first start with the ratio of 5:3. Because we are decreasing 60, 60 will be the first part, which is 5, and 3, which is the second part, will be n. So we need to find the increased ratio of that 160. Firstly, what must we multiply 3 by to get to n? We can't do that because we don't have the second part of the ratio. So we'll have to start with the first part of each of these ratios. What must we multiply 5 by to get to 160? We'll have to multiply it by 32, and we'll multiply the second part as well by 32. So to move from 3 to n, we'll have to take 3 and times it by 32, which will give us an n as 96. So we have to decrease that 160 in the ratio of 5:3. The decreased part of 160 will be 96. Okay. Or you can use a divide or multiply method where you are given the ratio of 160. The corresponding ratio to 160 will be 5. The other ratio will be 3. To get n, you'll take 160, which is the given ratio, divided by the corresponding ratio of 5 and multiplied by the other ratio, and that will give you 96. Perfect, isn't it? All right, check out exercises on my Bon and try those exercises on your own. Just giving them free airtime. Thank you for watching. Khotso.